Rise and Grind DMV. Happy Saturday. We are waking up to mostly clear skies across the area, but it's definitely a chilly start. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that forecast up next.
This morning on DC News Now, 5 people in the hospital after a shooting near Howard University. What we know about the victims and what police recovered from the scene. And another weekend, another shutdown. The stalemate on Capitol Hill continues, pushing the government shutdown into day 25. We're hearing from more federal workers after missing a first full paycheck. And get your immune system up, because flu season is almost here. Why health experts say it could be a severe one across the DMV.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hey there, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for waking up with us here on DC News Now. It is Saturday, October 25th. I'm Tosin Fakile. The fall chill is in the air, and it means it's boots with the fur season. Let's head on outside for this gorgeous looking start to your day. In the famous words of meteorologist Brittany Ward, it's time to rise and grind. Although I really don't think you need to rise or be doing anything but sipping a cup of coffee, taking in the beautiful sights of the sun coming up, and staying indoors or sitting on your porch with a sweater, boots with the fur, and enjoying the weather.
Hey, I will say, the cold today.
It's colding?
The cold. It was disrespectful this morning, let me tell you.
Yeah, it was.
The time that we leave the house, it smacked me in the face.
Weren't some places below freezing?
Yeah, some places were below freezing this morning, and I'm just like, woo chow. It was the woo chow for me this morning. Let's look outside, because guess what? Temperatures across portions of the area still below the freezing mark. Manassas, Culpeper, you guys are sitting in the lower 30s. You're at the freezing mark there in Luray as well as Winchester. So if you are heading out in those areas, definitely have the jacket on hand. Closer to the district, though, we are sitting in the lower 40s, upper 30s out towards the Hagerstown area. So yeah, still a very chilly start across portions of the DMV. Now, because of those cooler temperatures, the National Weather Service did issue frost and freeze alerts for portions of the region, all thanks to the growing season that is still in effect as of now. The lighter blue that you're seeing on the map, that is a frost advisory, and then the darker purple that you're seeing on the map is a freeze warning. That's set to expire at 9 a.m. Notice back off to the west, there are no alerts in effect, and that's because these areas, the growing season actually ended yesterday, according to the National Weather Service. So that's why we're seeing those alerts mainly off to the east. Growing season still in effect in these areas. If you do have any sensitive plants, just make sure that they are protected. Looking ahead to the weekend, Tosin, not looking bad. We will be dry with a mix of sun and clouds, but I'm tracking rain in that 7 days. So keep it here. We'll have a full breakdown of that 7 day up next.
All right, Brittany, we'll check in with you soon. Thank you. We begin right now in the district. 5 people were hospitalized after a shooting near Howard University. This happened last night. Officers responded to sounds of gunfire in the 600 block of Howard Place Northwest at about 8:20. Officers found 3 men, a woman, and a 13-year-old boy with non-life-threatening injuries. All were taken to the hospital. Investigators say none of the victims were Howard University students. 1 victim went to Morgan State. Investigators say 3 weapons were recovered. 2 suspects are in custody. At 7:03, the back and forth on the government shutdown has dragged the funding fight now to 25 days, and it's set to continue as the stalemate still goes on. Friday left 2 million federal workers without their first full paycheck, and many workers stopped at food distribution site Urban Outreach in Southeast DC, stocking up on produce, pantry items, and toiletries. Here's how one Smithsonian worker still working during the shutdown who did not want to be identified described the last few weeks.
It's been like hell. I'm stressed out. You know, Billy's trying to figure out how we gonna get food, how we gonna pay our bills.
God, you have to feel for them. There are also concerns about the food benefit program, SNAP. Funding for that is set to run out on November 1st. And Virginia, Governor Youngkin plans to use emergency funds to bridge the gap. Maryland's Governor Wes Moore says his state will consider using short-term funding to help pay for the program. In D.C., the mayor is working on a contingency plan as well. And there is so much anxiety for federal workers, as you can expect, knowing it's payday but not getting their paychecks. Now, while there are resources, it could be difficult for people to find. And that is why one DMV influencer is using her platform to share the long list of places to turn to help. Our Yamari Sase has that story.
I think that every day that it goes on, more and more people get into a bigger hole.
What would have been payday for many federal workers is now just another day of waiting and worry.
It's a lot of people who are going through a tough time right now.
DMV influencer Lola Ajayi, known on social media as Life with Lola, is using her platform to share free resources for furloughed employees to rely on.
Just like how I want a lot of people to be able to see the restaurants I'm sharing or the activities I'm sharing, I felt this was the same thing that a lot of people should be able to see it and be able to potentially benefit from it.
Her Google Doc includes free meal options like at IKEA or the Jose Andres Group, free groceries at the Capital Area Food Bank, nonprofits hosting giveaways, and even free in-home oil change services through Koons Motors.
This would be a good way to keep everything organized and to add as things were coming in.
Even we notice the need is growing. More than 300 families, including federal workers and even those who rely on SNAP benefits, receive free groceries today in Southeast. And that's one of many events over the past few weeks.
It's very interesting seeing systems that usually work no longer work. And with the government shutdown, it seems like there are now holes that are being created, and it's making a lot of things harder.
Ajayi says as the shutdown continues, she'll keep updating the list to help lighten the load for those impacted.
So it makes me happy that I'm able to give back in some shape or form. The uncertainty of it all is hard, so I'm hoping that the government shutdown is over soon.
Yeah, she is definitely a good Samaritan. Our thanks to Yamari for that story. You can find the link to the list on our website, dcnewsnow.com. Just search government shutdown. And of course, we will have continuing coverage of the shutdown on air and also online on our website. Again, that's dcnewsnow.com. 7:06, there are still nearly 2,500 National Guard troops in D.C., and the city's Attorney General Brian Schwab is suing the federal government, trying to end what he's calling an illegal military occupation of the district. Schwab asked a federal district judge to temporarily stop troop deployment as this lawsuit plays out in court. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg was at court and has the details.
It's been more than 2 months since the National Guard was deployed in D.C. by President Trump.
Today we made clear again in court that the military has no business doing civilian policing.
D.C. Attorney General Brian Schwab and his team told a judge Friday their presence is inflicting real and ongoing harm.
It's not making D.C. safer to have out-of-state guard who are not trained to do policing, who are not familiar with our communities, who are not trained to do the kind of key law enforcement work that our MPD does.
An attorney for the Department of Justice said the Guard is making D.C. safer, even claiming the mayor is supportive because of her September executive order to coordinate communication with federal law enforcement. The judge pushed back, saying the mayor is not supportive of out-of-state Guard. Samuel Dewey, an attorney with the Oversight Project, a conservative watchdog group that filed a brief in the case, argues D.C. doesn't have standing to sue because it's not a state.
The district is safer now, and the only people who say otherwise are politicians posturing or rude individuals engaging in ad hominem attacks.
Schwab says it's time for guardsmen to go home.
We're going to continue to fight this fight. The hearing today is part of that fight of standing up for the law.
And that was our Daniel Hamburg reporting. Now, the judge said she needs more time to consider evidence and arguments before issuing a ruling. She did grant an extension until Tuesday for the DOJ to file a response on the ongoing lawsuit. All right, we are coming up on 7:09. It is a big upcoming game for the Commanders in prime time. They're taking on the Kansas City Chiefs Monday night. Now, while the team is a huge 12.5-point underdog, their chances go up if they can get this guy back. You know who I'm talking about? We're talking about Scary Terry, the Commanders' best wide receiver. Terry McLaurin has missed the past 4 games with an injury, but you see, he practiced again Friday, and he seems to be going in the right direction.
Just being on the field and being a part of it is just different. You know, you can't simulate that when you're out for whatever reasons. And just being out there contributing with your teammates is something that I pride myself on. So I had a really good day of practice yesterday. I felt really good. It's just getting in the movements of football again. I don't necessarily call it rust. It's just getting back into the rhythm of football. So that comes with reps, you know what I mean? And I've had two really good days. I'm looking to finish it up tomorrow.
Come on, Terry, we need you. And wide receiver Deebo Samuel is also on track to play Monday night. He missed last week's game with a heel injury. Quarterback Jaden Daniels not playing again. That means QB Marcus Mariota gets to start for the Burgundy and Gold. Across the Beltway, the Ravens, they host the Chicago Bears Sunday in Baltimore. It's still unclear if their QB, Lamar Jackson, will play. If you remember, he's missed the past 2 games because of a hamstring injury. He's been at practice all week, which is promising, but practice has been limited. So that kickoff Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. But before we get to Sunday Night Football or Monday Night Football, we're talking Saturday where there's college football on, which is what I plan to do with the rest of my Saturday because I love this weather. It's on the cooler side. So today I'm choosing to be indoors instead of outdoors.
Oh, watching your college football indoors, I see.
Yeah, instead of going out to a bar somewhere,
I mean, I guess. I'll probably be outside later on today.
I can see that.
I'm thinking I might do some shopping on.
Okay. Just buy me something nice, please.
I'm going to find you something Christmassy since the Christmas stuff is already out. I love how Ben just took you off the box because he already knew.
Our director, I liked him because he knows
he
better.
Was like, yeah, just wrap this up. So I'm wrapping it up. Let's talk about the temperatures. If you're planning out the rest of your day today, it is going to be a chilly morning across the region. So just make sure to have the jacket on hand. Temperature still expected to be in the 40s here in DC as we head through that 8 o'clock hour. We start to see peaks of sunshine as we head right around 11 a.m. Temperatures, though, warm up just slightly, mainly getting into the lower 50s, upper 50s as we head through the first half of the afternoon with highs today expected to get back into the lower 60s, and it looks like those cooler conditions will be sticking around as we head throughout the rest of the work week. So keep it here. We'll talk more about that forecast. I'm also tracking rain in that 7-day coming up in just a bit.